Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Grin Arcade, back playing some more Farming Simulator 19. We're back in Madison County, and I guess we're playing Farm Sim. Really, we're playing a cross between Farm Sim and Minecraft. I found a routine though, guys. I found a groove here that seems to be working. Basically, I went ahead and finished the perimeter kind of here to where I could keep the camera up on the already leveled side. And I move my cursor over here to the other side, and if I stay in a straight line and just hold down the flattening tool and hold down the W key, which is the move forward key on the keyboard, I can make this work. It works pretty good. And I tell you, it's really helpful to have a controller as well, because see the degree number down there in the map? I've got it at 180.0. That means I am in a straight line headed south. And if you can get it to do that with your controller, it's a lot easier to get there with a controller. It will help you out a lot. So yeah, got some little notches here to fix, but for the most part, it's working. Works pretty good. Alright, let's fix these little notches back here, and then we'll come back and we'll be at 360 degrees this next time. Fix these little grooves here. There are a few little grooves in here, but that's just where it's been like that before. So we're gonna come all the way back here to right there. Hang on. I'm gonna bring this out a little bit here so I can work with that. Guess I could do it like that too. I don't know what's quicker, that or this. I think it's quicker to do it this other way because we cover more groundage that way. So let's just fill some of this in back here while we're here. Whoops. Well, there's not going to be a whoops. There's no whoopses on this side because this is just making it all the same level. So, all right. No whoopses. Cannot whoops this up any at all. Well, you could if you got it at a different level, but I'm just holding down both mouse buttons to level this out. Alright, let's get back on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my white, what do you call that, crosshair thing, right there. And I'm going to put this right there. Now, you can see the degree numbers at 359. I need that to say 360. So I'm going to go back this way and go kind of slow. Whoop. Actually, it's not 360, it's 0. So, right there. And if you do it with your controller, just kind of bump your joystick, just lightly tap your joystick to that direction, and it will get there. So, here we go. I wish I could go fast and have it do it, but it skips when you go fast. So, slow and steady wins the race, I guess. This way, it's kind of like farming. Actually, I could honestly see them, bringing in like leveling implements and stuff like that and making this tool a part of that. I've talked about this before. This is kind of like dynamic ground almost. Being able to modify the ground and stuff like that. The thing about dynamic ground is a little bit different, is that you can like scoop it up like in a bucket or bulldoze it down, Really, when you look at this, it's kind of like bulldozing. Like if you get down in a low part and you go into it with the flattening tool, that's kind of like bulldozing, only you're not getting the other element where it actually goes into the bucket. And that's just, I think that's just like a fill script, to be honest. That's all you need is a fill script to match the volume that you've moved out there. And you can calculate volume by height, width, and depth. So simple mathematics, guys. Simple mathematics. But this seems to work as long as you don't hit your Q or E key or do that number right there. Sometimes your cursor will get a little flickery, but you can move it back. And you stay in a straight line like this. Just stay on those degrees. Just go up and down. So this is coming together. It's coming together really fast. I already got all of this flattened out. It's too bad I can't track my progress like in the main map up here, like in growth or something. We haven't done anything over here. If we start plowing over here or cultivating or something, well, let's be honest, you'd have to plow first. But once we start plowing, we'll have fieldage show up. So what I'm thinking is, you see this line right here that goes along with this ditch? I think that's where I'm going to put the, it looks like an almost true 45-degree diagonal line. So I think, hopefully it matches up with the actual 45-degree diagonal line in the field there. So hopefully it does. And we can put, when we plow that, we can just plow that straight that way. So, alright. And like I said, I'm leaving this void down here until we get those trees chipped out. Which, you know, I'm probably going to wait. I'll be honest, we'll store some of it, but I'm probably going to wait for the majority of it until the price goes back up. And the price of wood chips is probably not going to go back up for a while. Yeah, it stopped at 111. So when it gets back above 150, I'll sell wood chips again. I'm looking at the other prices here. We don't have a whole lot of anything to really sell, so let's get back into landscaping. Alright, so we want 180 degrees this way. So right there. So you just lightly tap. If you have the controller, and I'm going to shift this way, but I'm not turning the camera, or the, what do you call it? Our heading. I'm not turning our heading. Now, if you bump a button, that's on you. But for the most part, this seems to be working. Yeah, I could come out here and just, you know, run my mouse all over the place and, you know, stuff like that. Just a little bit there. But, I don't know. This seems to work. Check out the money, too. Aren't you glad we got a government funding? We can't really call it anything. It's not a grant. A government grant would be a sum of money, like a certain amount of money. Which, I don't know. I guess you could say we kind of got one. We got a $1 billion grant, government grant. And we're spending it drastically. Look at that. I mean, we're probably going down, I don't know how fast that is. It's more than $1 million a minute, I can tell you that. So if you're going to do this, I highly recommend a government grant. You fill out the paperwork, you send it in, they come out. You have to own the property. You can't buy the property with the government grant. And we didn't do that. We bought the property with our own money. We're going to work the property with our own money. So that means plowing and, you know, planting, all that. But the government comes in and basically just kind of gives you the grant money to set up the land as it needs to be. So that's that. Alright. Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody the other day that didn't really grasp the concept of the government grant system. Alright, let's get lined back up here. So we need to be at 0 this time. Don't worry, guys. This is not going to be a 40-minute video of doing this. It'll probably just be a 20-minute video of doing this. But yeah, uh-oh. Nope. See, you got to be careful, too. You don't want to get the wrong elevation there. That would be really bad. Really, 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 really bad. Alright, now we're at the right elevation now. So just go forward, and we're on 0. And we're good to go. So yeah, it's coming along. It's a slow and steady process, but it's coming along. This will be great when we get it done because it'll be nice and flat. We can just plow it straight up and turn it into a field. We can either turn it into one giant field or multiple small fields. I kind of like the idea of a giant field, but I might turn it into some small fields. And if I do that, take a look back at the map here. Let's go back to the big map. I gotta get out of that, don't I? Yep. If I do make it into small fields, I would probably say there'd be a small field up here. Or if we split it up, there'd be a small field up here. And then where this 45-degree line is, see how it curves right here? I would probably put like a field road in maybe there and have this as a large field, and then have like a rectangulish field down here, and then maybe have like a triangulish field up here, and then have like a, what would that be called, an upside down trapezoid? Trapezium? Something like that. I think I'm naming bones. Yeah, those are bones in the wrist. I work in the medical field, guys, so. What is it called? Is it a trapezoid? Trapezium? I think it's trapezoid. It's a five-sided shape, so. Or maybe like a really off rectangle. We'll just call it a really off rectangle for you guys, okay? Sounds like a better plan there. So yeah, I got to looking back here. There's a lot of trees down here. Looking at this other property down here. This is the property on the other side of that middle property up there. There's a lot of trees down here. A lot of straight trees too. We could do some logging down in here when we buy this. See how many straight trees there are? Is this our creek? No. What is that, a pond or something? It's like the beginning of a creek there. It runs on around to right there, it looks like. Yeah. Alright. Back to it here. Let's find out where we were. Yeah, we've made quite a bit of progress here. Yeah, we'll have this knocked out in no time, I think. So we'll move this around. We got to bring the map back up. Put that on 180. There we go. And then I'm going to shift it to the left. Because if you go from here, when you go forward, your camera is going to jump down like that. And that can mess you up, as I found out in the last episode. So, keeping it up on top. I'm going to put this over here, move that over there. And go straight. Same elevation. I want to keep it all nice and smooth and flat. Filling in. This looks like a giant, like a crater almost. I feel like I'm on another planet, to be honest with you. It really feels that way. The way this terrain is kind of... Ooh, that was my neck popping. I'm trying to pop my neck. The way this terrain is kind of set up out here, it looks like another planet. Like a grassy planet. Like a foreign grassy planet. Just the way it looks. It looks like, well, like a foreign planet, yeah. I'm tired, guys. Is it really 6? Is it really 6 a.m.? Wow, it's 6 a.m. locally here. I've been up since 4-ish, maybe, working on this when I first started. We started out with $1 billion, and we are down to, let's just go ahead and say $925 million. So we have spent, so far, pretty much $75 million working on this project. That includes, you know, the bridge models, the landscaping and re-landscaping. I have a feeling that a larger chunk of that came from over here, though. Probably smoothing most of this stuff out. So, yeah. But it's looking good. It's looking good. It's coming along. Coming along nicely. I like it. I'm glad they brought this... they didn't have to bring this landscaping tool to us, but I'm glad they did, because it has really come in handy. And for some reason, that keeps charging you money right through there. I don't know why, even though it's the same elevation. Maybe it's got little bumps or something that it's missing. I hope it's not missing any. Hopefully it's not. I think we're doing okay doing it this way. I think I'd have a better chance of it missing if we just randomly just went out and moved the mouse around, you know, in circles. But in a way, this is kind of like farming it. Minus the tractor and the leveler and, like I said, all that. Would be cool if they could make a mod or something to do that. Oh, seasons update. There's a seasons update. There is not a release date yet, so no, I don't have a release date. But they are working on the weather. They released a new video of the new rain. And I gotta say, it does sound better. I was kind of hoping for more, I don't know, more thunder, lightning, you know, not necessarily tornadoes, although that would be cool to see a tornado come through and, you know, tear through your field. That would be pretty awesome. And they wouldn't have to come all the time. They could just come, you know, once every, you know, little while. Like in real life. They don't come all the time. They just come every once in a while. But, you know, I like the new sounds of the rain. It looks pretty cool. It actually gets dark at night, and I don't know. It kind of almost put me to sleep. Rain does that, though. You ever put on the rain sound effect and just put you to sleep, or you ever just listen to the rain or something, and I don't know, the sound, it's like a white noise sound that rain makes, especially if it's hitting like a metal roof or something like that. Oh man, that'll put you to sleep. Nice cool day, maybe like 60 to 65 to 70 degrees. Raise the window, have the screen open, have a cool breeze coming in, and then just a nice steady rain. Oh, that'll put you right to sleep. Put you right to sleep. Unless you got a cup of coffee and, you know, something like that, that will put you right out. Puts me right out anyway. That and the beach. There's a 8-hour video of a beach with the waves crashing. That puts me to sleep every time. It's just the white noise. It's the that sound. It just puts you right to sleep. It's almost like an ASMR type thing, but I don't think that's quite the same thing. Don't think it's quite the same. Alright. It is relaxing, though. So I don't know, maybe it's kind of close to the same thing. White noise. I think that's a movie, too. I think there was a movie called White Noise. I think it might have been scary, so I didn't see it. Alright, we're at 0.4. We need to get to 0.0. Well, there's a 360.0. And there's a 0.0. I think 360 is 0.1 off. 0.0 is, of course, 0. So we'll stick with the 0. That's what I've been doing. Make sure I got the right level here. Okay. See, the money keeps moving out here. Is that just like a no matter what thing? When you use this tool, it just keeps moving? I don't know. But it's coming along, guys. I'll spare you guys from any more of this. It's just a back and forth thing. Of course, that's farming. So, but yeah, look at the progress we've made. Look at how much land we've got leveled off now. We'll work on it. We're working on it. I would say it's not going to take very much time, but I've got a lot of time left on this, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest, the width of this is probably like 6 meters, maybe. Just looking at it, maybe a little more, maybe 8 or 9. But that's it, and this is a huge area. So I'm going to be working on this for a minute. Just thought I'd show you guys a quick technique if you're playing this map, if you want to level this out. First off, get a government grant. I cannot stress that enough, because we're down to $917 million now. And then, yeah, hook up a controller, or if you have something else that you can use besides a keyboard for setting your degree thing down here, it just seems to work better with a controller. Because you can do it smaller. See, if I do it with a keyboard, it does it really quick like that in little bursts. And you can't really get it right on 180. See, there's 17.9. It's close, but no cigar. You can't really hit it right on it. But if you use your controller, you can do small increments and just slightly tap your controller when you get there and get it right on the nose. So that's that, guys. We'll come back, hopefully be done with this. I'm going to work on it. And like I said in the last video, can't guarantee that I'll be finished with it because, you know, I got some fields that need to be planted. No more harvesting right now. I think I've harvested everything. No, actually, yes, there is some more still to harvest. The fields in the new property that we bought over there need to be harvested, so gotta get that done. Gotta get that. You know, gotta get it done. But anyway, got sunflowers and I think some canola and corn and barley left. So, and I'm gonna have to bring my plow down and plow out all those misfires that I got into the fields down there when we were working on that. So anyway, and this is gonna take forever to plow, I'll be honest. I wish we could hire out the plow. Twould be nice. Alright, that's it guys. We're going to keep leveling and hopefully get this leveled out. And when we come back at some point here, we're going to need to plant some trees around the edges. So probably come back for that. Sounds like a plan. Alright guys, until the next time, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see you guys later.